Alright, happy Monday everybody, welcome back to the show. It's your boy Lex Money. Now, I'm back, I'm better. We got so many updates to do this week. We need to find out whether or not we're officially in a bear market. Now guys, I'm going to take you through my thoughts on the market today. And remember, before we do get into the video, you guys will have a choice of what you want to do, right? I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. You don't have to follow me. You can. It's completely up to you guys. You need to go and get a bunch of different sources of information, do your own research, and then come to a conclusion there. And I mean, today I'll show you why I'm not planning on selling right away, guys. I mean, number one, people spoke about this CME gap on Bitcoin that we'd left behind all the way in May. We left this behind at the beginning of summer. And, you know, people were posting this chart saying all of these CME gaps do get filled, blah, 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 blah. We come to today, and I believe it did get filled yesterday. We'll go and check that out in a second. But if not, we're about 1K away from the CME gap getting filled. So was this just, you know, all part of the plan? Did we have to come back down this low to fill the CME gap, you know, retest lows, retest key areas of support? I mean, it could be, but it looks like when we're looking at the CME gap, that could nearly be over. Short-term holder MVRV indicator, every single time it has bled to the blue or negative, -1 SD, then it has marked a major opportunity, right? Even if it didn't bleed blue, if we go right to the very beginning, somewhere around 20K here, right? Anywhere below this median red line was a massive opportunity to be buying. Now, yes, there will be a point in which we're in a bear market and, you know, we're going to have to wait for this thing to go a lot lower. But in an uptrend, every single time it's come back down and, you know, it's tagged 49K, it's tagged 74K, and now it's tagged about 94K. It has been showing opportunity in the market. And remember, Bitcoin has died 446 times. If you invested $100 each time, you'd have 98 million today. Probably slightly less, probably a lot less, considering we weren't investing in, you know, say up to like 2017, most people weren't investing. Maybe some of you guys started in like 2019 to 2021. You know, you still would have so much more money, right? With that being said, we can't be too naive. Now, I'm waiting until the end of this weekly close / the end of the month to make, you know, concrete choices in the portfolio on whether or not I do believe that the bear market has started. One thing that we need to pay attention to, I show you guys the super trend, and the super trend actually flipped red on the weekly. The first time in nearly 3 years, guys. So this is something that we can't ignore, right? If we do get a really sharp bounce out of here, it probably can flip back green, but we need it by the end of this week or the end of next week. If it does start to confirm red and then we get a couple of candle closes red, then yeah, most likely we're going to start to see the super trend flip bearish, which is actually a larger degree bearish trend, guys. Now, when we come to the charts we've been looking at, guys, I mean, we're right down at this point of support, okay? So a lot of people have been talking about the 50 moving average and how we've now closed below the 50 moving average. If we go and pull up one of the charts, I mean, all you have to do is look at this chart here, guys, and you can see we did lose the 50 MA. Now it was about 104 yesterday, now at 102.8, right? We've got the 100 MA at 83K and the 200 now at 55K. Remember, this is the weekly chart, okay? So doesn't look good on the weekly. However, if we can get some big sharp reversals and reclaims, we can look at the monthly MA and we can say, you know what, maybe this monthly candle could close green, get back above like 102K, 103, 104K, and then we would have reclaimed the weekly, guys, okay? So I'll be looking for a couple of weekly closes below here. I'll be looking to see how the monthly does close for the month of November. We've got 2 weeks left, and remember, in crypto, a lot can happen in 2 weeks. That's why I don't want to make any rash decisions yet. But if we do start to close and have, you know, a couple confirmed weekly closes below this line here, then I will move to more defensive, and I'll tell you guys all on the channel. When we check out the Gaussian, guys, I mean, we've come down to the median of the Gaussian, which is actually finding a decent-ish level of support right now. Ideally, you'd like this thing to have a pretty sharp reversal, even if it's to come up to 104 and get rejected, or if it was to, I don't know, have a reversal here, come up to like 120-ish, whatever this zone is here, and then get rejected and print lower lows, then, you know, at least we could use this rally here as a exit rally, and I'd assume it's what a lot of people would use as exit rallies, guys. We just need to see the strength of the pump if we do get one, but right now, coming down to retest the medium of the Gaussian channel on the weekly. And then when we look at the bull market support band on the weekly, guys, we have lost it on the weekly, right? We've actually had 2 closes below the weekly bull market support band. If we do go to the monthly bull market support band, then this is kind of like our last line in the sand, right? Around 87k. We've got an order block here now filling up for people trying to buy at 75k. Do we have to go that low? I don't think so, guys. But my eyes on the prize are now going to be how Bitcoin does close for the next 2 weeks and then for the month of November. And I think by the end of November, guys, we'll have a pretty solid idea whether or not the bull market is finished or if we do have a tiny little bit more juice to squeeze out. Okay, so right now, I mean, I've got a cash position. We've taken, you know, little bits of profits here and there from altcoins along the way. And I mean, what I want to be doing now is, you know, if we can get another leg higher, then, you know, we can try and sell into that. If we can get, you know, a lower high, we can try and sell into that before the rollover. Only time's going to tell, and we'll find that out pretty soon, guys. But then really it's going to be about capital preservation. So if we can try our best to hold on to as much crypto as we can, right, and, you know, not round trip bags, and when it comes to the point where we start to lose these levels, we start to lose maybe the bull market support band, the super trend turns red for 2-3 confirmed weeks, then unfortunately our hands are going to have to be forced, and there's going to be a lot of people on YouTube that try and convince you to hold on, but you need to be fluid with the market, guys. So a lot of people won't want to hear that. I'm going to try and keep it real with you. For now, I'm still waiting, okay? But the minute that I do start to change my mind and I think, you know what, I want to be more defensive, I will let you guys know. But all of you, just let me know what you think is going to happen in the market in the comment section below. And if you want to be up to date with me, what I'm doing, make sure you are subscribed. Maybe make sure you turn on your post notifications. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.